Hey guys, it's Kelly from The Supplemental Mom, and today I'd like to talk to you about a kind of a cool topic. I didn't really even know that this was a word or a thing, but I do now, and I wanted to kind of go over that with you. So it is tips to go from a wantrepreneur to an entrepreneur. And if you don't want to know what a wantrepreneur is, it's kind of like that play on words. It's your wannabe entrepreneur. You're not in that full mindset in that stage of really being a full-time entrepreneur. But these tips and some things to look at can kind of get you from that wantrepreneur to that entrepreneur. So first things first, mindset. Huge, huge, huge. It all starts with mindset. If you don't believe that you're an entrepreneur, you're not going to be an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur is obviously a process, and I think I've talked about this in a lot of my videos in the past. It's a journey, it's a learning experience, and if you don't believe that you can do it, then you're not going to be able to do it. And obviously, as an entrepreneur, you have to be pretty self-aware. You're gonna have to know what kind of risks are you taking on as an entrepreneur. What are your business's strengths and weaknesses? What types of decisions are you going to have to make while you're in this process? And if you don't have the answer to those questions, you are not the entrepreneur, you are the wantrepreneur. So take a look at those questions, figure out the answer to those, and you're going to be one step closer in this process. Okay, so obviously content. Start learning. Start learning all of those self-improvement, books and things like that, podcasts, webinars, all that kind of stuff. And at the beginning of this process, I didn't think that I needed that. I was like, but it is actually, it's all very true. And all of those people who have been through this process, you need to learn from them. You need to know what they did and how they did it and how you can do that as well too. You have to have that mindset of I can do this, because you're going to have so many times in your own brain that is going to say, I can't do this. I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm never going to make it. But you have to keep conditioning yourself. Practice, practice, practice. Change your mind. Repetition. You can do this. And the closer that you are to telling yourself this every single day, and it's kind of daunting sometimes, but it's necessary in this process to move that needle over from your wantrepreneur to your entrepreneur. Okay, so next is get a written plan. So you're going to have all these fun things that are going around in your brain when you're first starting your side hustle, your business, and you're going to need to take that from your brain down to paper, because if you don't have a written plan, your business is not going to be successful. I probably said this in a lot of my other videos. I didn't plan when I first started all this, and I had all these things that I wanted to do, and the shiny object syndrome, and I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't focused. I didn't know how I wanted to get from A to Z. I thought I did, but I really didn't, until I really looked at writing everything down and getting that business plan together, which I actually have another video on that as well. So take a look at that, because that can be really helpful. It has some really good questions in there to ask yourself when you're making your business plan. So, there's that cliche that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I'm not naturally a planner, but I have now become one, because if you don't have a plan, then when everything goes to what are you going to do? How are you going to get your business back on the ground? How are you going to move your business forward? How are you going to go from your wantrepreneur to your entrepreneur? And if you don't have the answer to those questions and you don't have a plan for that, it's not going to go anywhere. And you're not really going to be very serious about your business, and if you don't have a plan in place. The next one is take all that list of all those excuses and throw them out the window. If you really want to do this, I don't want to hear that I don't have time for that. I don't have the money for that. I can't do it. Take all those excuses, write them down. Take that piece of paper, roll it up, and throw it away. Because if you're going to just use your excuses as a reason to not want to move forward in your business, then obviously this is not something that you want bad enough. So if you're going to do that, I don't know, turn this video off and go find something else to do because it's not going to work. But if you take those excuses, you ball them up and you throw them away and you don't go back to them, you're going to be a lot more successful. Your needle, it's going to move a little bit more forward to that entrepreneur status. And the next one. So do the work. Obviously, you can plan all day long. You can plan to get all your ducks in a row. But if you don't do anything, you're not going to move forward as well, obviously. So take action. Even if those small little steps, even if you're not ready to do maybe that bigger thing that's down the road, take that small little step and do something little each day, and that's going to move you closer and closer into the end. And the last one is obviously finish what you started. So after you planned, after you've done it, but you have your bigger goal end in mind and it's already there, it's that football field, it's over here, finish what you started. Take those small steps and inch yourself forward and actually complete what you've started. I'm doing this 30-day challenge right now for, making videos, developing content and things like that. A lot of times I might, maybe in the past I would have started something and then it might have petered out like halfway through and then I was like, forget it. I am dedicated to finishing what I started and it is awesome. It's a really good feeling. I'm only a few days away and I'm really excited to cross that finish line. So having said all that fun stuff, if you've found some value in this video, comment, share, subscribe, do all those fun things. Check that description box below for a link to my free Facebook group called Side Hustle Pack, where there will all your questions will be answered about anything that is related to side hustle. So take care and have a good day. Thanks for listening.